Hello, Americans, Philippines, Canadians. It's Masterpiece, and it is Digimon News Time. So we have 7 cards, all of them supporting the Digipolice D-Brigade stuff. So Digipolice is a new thing, a new trait, and it's mainly based on Digimon Seekers, and we'll just get into it. First we have Missimon. Missimon just is a new inheritable that gives you a new inheritable for when attacking. By returning 3 cards of D-Brigade or Digipolice straight from your trash top of your deck, this Digimon gets 2k. You can definitely not just die and rush and suicide, and try to just stay with that stack you have and just keep growing with it. Which is pretty interesting. The only bad part is that you have to know when to use this card, so sometimes you need to utilize your trash for when you are going to go into Commandramon. Not Commandramon, Darkdramon, which is your Mega. But this is not bad because if you know what you're going to top deck because you returned it, you can definitely use Prime Memory Boost or multiple effects that's going to happen in these revealed cards to play out stuff and secure what you want. Alright, that's about it for the egg. Next we got Commandramon. We see Commandramon a bunch of times. But here we have the on play, reveal top 5. Add one to D-Brigade Digipolice. What's good is that you can place at the top or bottom. I think this is more of a black mechanic thing and more of a Commandramon consistency thing. Because if you whiff top 5 and just like all megas, even though you need to play something cheaper from your other effects, you just bottom all those megas to the bottom of the deck. So that's pretty cool. We have the all turns inheritable. This is mainly decoy, but this is a better decoy because all turns on return when this Digimon will be leaving the battle area, you can delete one of your other Digimon with D-Brigade and just prevent its leaving play. So Chaos Gate is not the best option card anymore. There's new counters like this effect in D-Brigade. So really interesting seeing like not really a power creep, but more like a defense creep if that makes sense. Next we have HiCommandramon. Now even though this is a level 4, this card is considered Commandramon. So if you search for it through your on deletions, you can definitely play this card. Now when attacking, reveal the top 3 and you can play out a D-Brigade. Or did you please pick us 3 or less? So obviously you're playing a lot of rookies in this deck. And if you know what's going to be at the top of your deck, whether that is because you organized it with Commandramon earlier, or whether that's because you swung, rearranged it before checking with this when attacking, just comboing with the egg, you know what you'll be playing. Even if you gamble, yeah, you have a really good chance to hit a Commandramon. Not even Commandramon, you hit your 3-cost tamer. That's really good. And the inheritable is just the same thing like Commandramon. Just protection from just general leaving the play type of things. Whether that's Lesion, bouncing back to your hand, bouncing to the bottom of the deck, putting in security, get to just decoy that. So that's really cool. Next we have Cargodramon. Cargodramon is the new ultimate / new and one of the new Digimon. Like HiCommandramon, this card came from Digimon Seekers, and it's on play and when digivolving. So yeah, you can reveal the top 3 of your deck. You may play one card with D-Brigade or Digipolice, but the pay cost 4 or less. You can definitely combo with the HiCommandramon. You can combo with a bunch of things. I just love more desperate plays where you bricked. Let's say you don't have a rookie or champion, but if you have this card, you're totally fine. You just keep that in hand, play it for turn 1. Probably can't do much if you're a first turn player, and you just go super aggressive with this card. But also, there's only more ways to play this card than just hard playing it. But yeah, I like this card. You're definitely going a bit more wide, slowly each turn. You're not going wide super fast, but still, just eventually it gets to the opponent and they'll just be overwhelmed. Now they're heritable, all turns, once per turn. When one of your other Digimon is deleted, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, play one Commandramon. Now this isn't really protection, and I don't think you need protection throughout all the heritable. Having it on your rookie and champion is enough. Now this just helps replace that Digimon that just got deleted. Like, oh, they got deleted? Oh, can make another one. And what's interesting about this one is that HiCommandramon is considered Commandramon, so you can play it. I'm not sure how often you'll be using this inheritable, but yeah, it's fun. Now we hit the Mega. This is not Darkdramon. We do have plenty of Darkdramon. Look like it's Darkdramon's little like I don't know, brother, alternate brother. Brigadramon. He's just a big boy. When Digivolving, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon. The play cost total is up to 7 and delete them. Now sadly, this is not like delete tamers. That'd be really good since you haven't got delete tamers for a while. But maybe delete tamers might be going away. Who knows? Since we do have more stuff to sort of counteract that, so we don't. Maybe delete tamers might not be here for a while. But anyway, opponent's turn. All your Digimon with D-Brigade gain blocker. So if you swarm the board when summoning a bunch, you're now not just a totally rush based deck. You're now just also an annoying blocker deck, which is really good because black hasn't really got their deck yet. D-Brigade has been their deck, but this just hasn't sticking too well. Black or Greymon, you consider that. If you consider that black, sure, go ahead. If you have black base, I consider Black or Greymon's a red base deck. Anyway, any of your turn, once per turn, reveal top 3 of your deck. Play any number card with D-Brigade or Digipolice with a play cost total of 7. So which is really good because you don't just play one card that's 7 or less. you play a total of 7 LF. So that could be 2 Commandramons, that could be the Brigadramon, and Brigadramon will also combo into playing another Commandramon. So either way, you're just going insane with this card. What's interesting is that what will the ratios be? That's what I question. But this card is really interesting. I like it. Yeah, I just love this new like. Well, overall, you're just calling in more of the police force to come for the one criminal, which is your opponent. All right, next we have Tamahime Satsuki. Play cost 3. Now the security effect is not where it usually is. It's gonna be at the top of this card. So security, play this card. Start your main phase. If your opponent has 1 Digimon, gain 1 memory. To sort of tax your opponent for being proactive. And we have one of the new keywords called Mind Link. So main, you can tuck this tamer under one of your Digimons. Specifically for this card, it's a Numemon or a Manjimon or a Digipolice trait. Now, what does that do for you? Well, it's inheritable. That's really what it does. Inheritable is all turns that Numemon or Manjimon or Digipolice trait Digimon that you have on top gains jamming and reboot. And that's really good because you're trying to go aggressive, swing, summon stuff, and you just don't die. You get to reboot, and potentially you can become a blocker or whatever. Also, another interesting part of the effect is end of all turns you may play 1 Tamahime Satsuki from its Digimon's dissolution cards without paying the cost. Again, it says end of all turns. Your turns, opponent's turns. It just adds a lot of flexibility in the sense that you can either if you know that this Digimon has a low chance of being surviving, you can take it out. You can take it out of your Digimon and just separate. Or also bait out your opponent to think it will have the inheritable by the end of turn. But also this is really cool because there's no like sort of like downtime, this weird like this weird frame with this card because like I don't know, not really summoning sickness, but yeah. Because at the end of all turns, after your opponent's turn, you can pop this out right away. Let's say end of all turn is, I don't know, Death X or something. You can pop this out before it dies. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I just like the flexibility. There's gonna be a situation that's gonna come up and you'll be like, oh, that's why I said end of all turns, of course. So yeah. Next we have the 4-cost option DCD Bomb. Now Black's iconic D-Digivolving is recurring in this deck. Just Digivolve 1 to 1 opponent's Digimon. Thereby returning 3 cards with D-Brigade or Digipolice. Trade from the trash to the top of your deck. Delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon up to a maximum play cost of 6. This is really good. I don't know how good I can really say it is. I'm really concerned though about how often you have cards in your trash because there's not a lot of effects that do say put cards in your trash, but definitely this card's too combo with it. But I like this card. Not much to say about it. Now let's go into the support cards. Alright, here's all the support cards that are new and old. 1k boost during your turn. It's kind of good. It's like you don't have to, like new card, you don't have to tax yourself by putting your 3 cards from trash to the top of your deck. It's kind of good. 1k consistency. There's definitely other black eggs that are better that you can play, so don't think about these too much. I just picked these because these are on theme. Missimon from EX3 gives you reboot. This card is a bit more irrelevant because of the new tamer that gives you reboot and jamming, so you probably don't play this. The new Commandramon already showed this card. We have 2-cost Commandramon. I think you might play this as a 1 or 2 of to just a hard drop. To add it as like a decoy bait while choking opponent to 1. This Digimon is always going to be a 4 of in this deck. Just look at it. On deletion, search top 3 and play Commandramon from there. That's just really good. It's no brainer. Blocker Commandramon is not so bad. I think you might need blockers every now and then. It's not so bad. D-Brigade, not sure if you need this card. Like a lot of EX3 cards that from the D-Brigade are getting sort of crept out. They just sort of scrapped it. Because you would have D-Brigade or a decoy D-Brigade trait type of thing with your heritables. So 5k 4-cost Commandramon. It's okay. You have a lot of Commandramon at this point. I think you don't need to use that card. HiCommandramon, whatever. Steelgemon, pretty old. It's a blocker. Probably don't need it. Steelgemon's pretty good. Has Has jamming. That's okay. Next, yeah, but the Herald was really good. Can you play another Digimon with D-Brigade in his trait? It gains rush. So that's gonna be definitely really good for the deck. I think keep an eye on it. If you don't have a box topper, full version of it, and you want to play D-Brigade for sure, go ahead and grab it right now. Cargodramon, we talked about it already. I think Dramon, another level 5 we can definitely think about, not this one, but the other one. This is just when when your D-Brigade stuff dies, play real top 2, play Commandramon, like top 2. You don't get to trash the searches. Yeah, whatever. But the EX3 one's pretty good. Real top 3, well, when Digivolving. Play one Digimon card with the beginner's trait and a play cost 5 or less among them. They'll paying a cost. So you play 2 things, and also a lot of these newer cards have on play. Oh, sorry, I'm just checking if this card can play a Mega. Because if it can play a Mega, that's really good. That's really insane. So I think Taintramon, you play Taintramon as like a 4 to 3 of, and just mix it up with Cargodramon. Now, Brigadramon, we talked about it. I think it really depends how which variant you play. But I think Brigadramon is definitely a 1 to 3 of within all the D-Brigade variants. You have this Rush variant, where just essentially you play for, I believe, is it 3? Yeah, you play for 3 if you have all 5 Digimon cards or all D-Brigade in your trash. You play this card for 3, Rush for game. Next we have this one. This is really good because you can definitely just do a normal stack. I think that's what you're doing now, but nowadays you're building a normal stack. So you can definitely reduce this costs, reduce the digivolution cost by trading D-Brigades from your trash to the top of your deck by up to 5. So you can digivolve this for 5. I'm sorry, you can reduce it by 5, becomes 0 evo. Then when you play another Digimon with D-Brigade in this trait, delete one opponent's Digimon and unsuspend this Digimon. Now, you don't have to delete your opponent's Digimon to unsuspend. You just do both when you do both effects when you play a thing. So this goes well when you play a D-Brigade by an effect. Let's say Taintramons combo that combo as well, or either when you swing with Commandramon or swing with HiCommandramon, play a thing. It gets unsuspend. Play Commandramon for 2. That's really good. And this boy gets unsuspend. So I think this is the Darkdramon you play. Brigadramon as your secondary. Darkdramon has a maybe 1 to 2 of. This is more of a desperate situation. But yeah. DCD Bomb, we talked about it already. Dark Roar, I'm not sure how much Dark Roar is. I'm not sure how valuable it is. But it is a D-Brigade card. So delete one opponent's Digimon with the play cost 3 or less for each Digimon with D-Brigade in its type. Add 1 to the maximum play cost of the Digimon you can choose this effect. Now this is a play cost 3 versus a play cost 4, so this is cheaper. But you need D-Brigade on the field. So like you may have, I think in a good point in the game, you have 2 to 3. So you can pop a 5 or 6, which is not bad. So yeah, kind of good. Not officially sure. But it wouldn't be hurt to get it. Wouldn't hurt to get it. Primary Boost is a solid card for D-Brigade. Because you can definitely reveal top 3, play a black, play cost 4 or less, which is a good chunk of your deck. Like discluding the Silsdramon, every champion rookie will be 4 or less. So play those and trash remaining cards. Trash remaining cards is the key part that I like because a lot of your D-Brigade cards now want to return stuff from your trash to your deck. So this is great. And Gate to Memory is also great as a hair delay. Kazu is, I think, one of the tamers you play. Now, one downside is you could whip this card, but the great thing is that you can gain 1 memory from this card, and you can draw and trash mainly the trash part. Because first you can, unbrick your hand a bit, but also you just set up the trash. Because I keep saying this, but this deck just now just relies a lot on getting cards from your trash and putting in a deck. It's a lot of that. So Kazu is still relevant to D-Brigade deck, and who knows if they'll replace the card with a different Digipolice leader. I think they will. I think there'll be a new Digipolice maybe next set. Well, BT14, because it's just because it is confirmed to be more Digimon Seeker support. So I'm assuming there'll be members that are Digipolice. It might get replaced. Because he's great. There's no max rarity of it at the moment, so it should be cheap to get this card if you haven't got it already. But yeah, that's it for the Digipolice support. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm Masterpiece. If you like you want to know any more news, or potentially you want to watch more Digimon gameplay videos or wacky stuff, shorts, whatever, go to my channel, watch some more videos, like, comment, subscribe here. You like this video, and yeah, hope you guys have a great day or not. The choice is yours. Goodbye.